Hello, everyone.
Hello.
803, and we are assembling an audience. Um, what I wanted to go through today was similar to last week, but on a more final note, because the deadlines are close by. But first, I'm gonna since Rob is here and he's got a few minutes to stay in this meeting. Rob, do you need anything from the team or any specific speakers for the seminar? Rob, can anyone hear me?
I can hear you, but I assume you're
Yes.
talking to Rob Coyle, not me.
Yes. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
I messed with the audio on my computer too, so I wasn't sure.
No, I think it was my fault. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we do.
Sorry about that. I a separate microphone. It was on mute. Yeah, thanks. So we have responses from Kevin Donnelly, Raghu, Giorgio says a submission in. So those have all been added to the agenda, and I have emails from them. We have circulated some others. So if anybody has emails from me regarding IT infrastructure workshop for June 24th. If you haven't responded to those emails on your availability, either way, if you're not available, let me know. If you are and you're interested, let me know, and we can get the details worked out.
So you're good with what you have right now. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, we have a few, the three talks that I mentioned, we have confirmed. There's still room on the agenda, so still waiting on some more responses. But I can send a follow-up email to those. So, and also, if you're interested in participating in any of our workshops and you haven't heard from me, I'll drop my email in the chat here, and feel free to reach out to me.
So,
Okay. I think one of the
Anu?
folks you were trying.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, Kevin, I just saw Shahab on the call and I
Yeah,
got really
exactly.
very excited. Um, and so I know that Rob, you've been trying to reach out to Shahab to see if we can get that piece in. Um,
Yeah.
Shahab, yeah, if you have a few minutes to talk about that.
Hi. Sorry, guys. I have a conflict on this time. That's why I'm missing most of the meeting. Uh,
Yep, totally understand. No worry.
which talk it is? Then I think I just replied to one of the requests.
Yeah, but yeah, Shahab, you're in major demand. The one you replied to was for the DAC. That was the UCLA guy, Puneet.
Sure.
So that's for the DAC. The one that Rob's talking about is there is the OCP is hosting on the 24th, before I get that date wrong for the third time. It is
No,
the
that's right.
24th, right? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
24th, the AI initiative for hardware. So the on the silicon side, um, future looking needs for systems for AI. And we were looking to see how we participate or contribute towards it. And of course, systems putting chiplets together is really the basis for a lot of the growth in that area, to be having specialized functions and putting it together when you're hitting radical limit. Of course, the other very exciting topic that comes up is optical.
Okay.
Um, and so that's where the bow.optical came in. Oh yeah, so Rob's got the actual name on it, and I probably butchered it when I described it, but it's the OCP AIML IT infrastructure silicon workshop. So um,
Uh,
we were hoping that we could give a little peek into what a bow optical could potentially look like. So the two pieces of bow we're addressing here is the bow memory, which Kevin's going to do, because memory and optical are the relevant portions to AI. So we won't be talking about any of the IoT stuff because it's not quite uh, fit in with what AI's needs are. So Shahab, that's where the interest came in for for what you have.
And it's on June 24th, correct?
That's correct.
20, and it's Tuesday, correct?
Yes.
That's correct. Yeah.
Do you know the time?
Yeah, it's going to start at 8 a.m. Pacific time, but we anticipate there'll be enough presenters, so it'll be multiple hours.
Is it
And
a
you would only need to
Zoom
join at your session time. So if you have a conflict at 8 a.m. Pacific and something like 9 a.m. Pacific works for you, please let me know.
I cannot. Is it gonna be in person or is remote?
Virtual.
Okay, if it's between 8 to 10 a.m., I should be fine.
Okay, great. I will add you the agenda and I have your email, so I'll follow up with the specifics. If anybody's speaking or just interested in participating, I did share a link to register in the
Yeah.
chat as well. So please make sure you click that. That'll add a calendar invite, give you a reminder. It's assembled just as a large Zoom call. So it's pretty easy to join, but want to make sure you're registered so you have access.
And so Shahab, that's the one piece, and then of course the global summit is the next one, for which the abstract submission is Monday midnight Pacific is the deadline for that one. This one doesn't necessarily have an abstract submission deadline, but Rob would like to, finalize with the speakers and make sure you know your allocated time.
Okay.
It's a little more ad hoc, I think, right? Rob, would that be a correct characterization?
It is, yeah. We're more flexible. The presentation slots are going to be 15 to 20 minutes. There will be some, our participation has been as high as 200, has been averaging over 100 on our previous workshops that we did for physical infrastructure, which is more facilities based, cooling equipment, power distribution, things like that. This focus is really IT hardware, as Anu described it, and specifically on this workshop on the 24th is focused on silicon. So, but yeah, it's flexible in terms of the outcome. We're not going to do a review process for the decks or anything like that. If you have 15 minutes worth of presentation and we allot for 5 or so minutes of questions, and again, that can be flexible, really introducing a broad market, a broader audience to the work that you're doing. And if you're looking for fellow travelers to assist or you're looking for other challenges to approach, this is a good audience for that.
Thanks. I will prepare some abstract and I will send it to you over weekend.
Okay, that would be great. And then if you are able to share the presentations in advance, great, or even the day of what we'll do. And you can see in our previous workshops, I've consolidated the decks and we've posted the agenda so that people can go back and review the recorded content and they can also see your slides.
Okay, I will do that as well.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Rahab. Really appreciate it. I hope you can stick on for a little bit as we move to the next
Sure.
set of. Thank you. So, Rob, who else are you? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry, Anu. Yeah, this is Kevin. So, Rob, I was the other speaker you mentioned. So we've traded emails about this workshop. It works for me, and I'm the 8 to 10 would be also somewhere in there would be ideal for me as well. Same as Shahab.
Great. Kevin, I have you on the agenda right now, and it'll be within 8 and 10. I'll send a follow-up next week with the specific time. So if anybody wants to join for the entire session, that would be fantastic. But for our presenters, and I'll have an agenda posted. If you just join 10 to 15 minutes ahead of that, that'd be great. And I'll send those details in an email as well.
Awesome. Thanks.
I don't see some of the others on this call. I think although the Chiplet Systems Workstream, I knew you sent over. I see Itai Nadler's on the call.
Yeah, Itai, Rob, Durgesh are on the call. Raghu's on the call. Kevin, Shahab. I'm trying to remember who else we snuck in there.
Yeah, I think all the other ones I need to follow up via email, but from your group, I think we're good.
Okay. And from the systems group, I think between Rob, Itai, and Durgesh, they can decide which one of them is available at that time to talk, or however they. Does it matter? They can just wing it, right?
Yeah,
as
they
long
can
as
wing
one of
it.
them are there.
A heads up so I announce the right person is all that I ask.
Yeah,
But
that
yes,
would be useful.
it can be a week of decision is fine.
Okay, good. That gives them some flexibility. I'm sure it's hard to find that empty slot on the calendar for a lot of people. So,
Oh, I'm certain. I'm certain.
anyone else from our team want to participate in this? And I somehow missed putting your names in. I see Jeff on the call. Jeff, I know you weren't able to make the previous Friday's meeting. So, you have any questions, or would you like to talk about Ventana's contribution at this forum or not?
I think we're okay. We're not going to participate in the AI workshop that you were just talking about.
Okay.
We will submit an abstract for the global summit, so I'll do that today probably. In terms of the contribution that we're making, it is taking the current ODSA link layer specification and generalizing that to UCIe, having a binding UCIe, so we're calling a universal approach. And then also just really encourage a lot of participation in terms of what we call protocol variants, which is how you map a protocol to the transaction layer packet format for the link layer. And then above that, profiles, which are mixes of these protocol variants. So we'd like to build a community around those, protocol bindings and start working towards interoperability, real chiplet interoperability on the main band protocols.
Yep, that sounds
Okay.
very good to me.
Okay. Anybody have any questions that I can answer?
I think the one question I have is for the system workstream, this needs to tie in with how you guys define, I don't know, a configuration or a requirement. So everything talks up and down cleanly, right? Is it related? Do the two
I think
have
I
to?
think it's I think it's related. Maybe it can be part of the system work group activity.
Yeah, and this is part of link layer. I'm just trying to connect all the pieces that need to talk together for the whole system to work well.
So
And
again, so today it's part of the link layer activity.
that is correct.
Yeah.
Actually, the
Oh.
contribution Jeff has is from his company, Ventana. It's a contribution they're donating to the OCP. But it's really sort of a link layer protocol, transaction layer, independent of what's underneath, whether it's UCIe or both. So a universal link layer, and Jeff can, of course, describe it way better than me.
So it sounds like a very good approach towards the multi-vendor activity.
Right.
So
Yeah.
so
I feel like
so
they all
it
tie
doesn't
in.
so it doesn't matter from which group it's coming. If it's part of the activity, then great.
Yeah, the activity is actually in the link layer group, but we can create a linkage to the system group.
Okay, so Rob, I think as far as your workshop's concerned, I feel we've got some control from our end.
Yeah, I think
And I
you
think,
do, and I appreciate your help and everybody's participation. And even if you're not presenting, please do join us.
yep, yeah, I think you sent the registration link to everyone, so those who have some time can play in the background.
Of course.
Hey, Rob.
Appreciate it.
Coil.
Thank you, Rob. Uh-huh.
Sorry, Rob Coyle.
Yeah.
This is Raghu. I just want to confirm. So the slot for Michael George George, sorry, keep missing his name. That should be available, right? That looks like he will get slotted, right?
Yes, I have you confirmed and on the agenda.
No. So I was giving one on the virtual prototyping that we have
Yep.
confirmed, right? But the other one is on the application profiling,
Yes.
and that's by Giorgio. So I'll just ping Giorgio's and have him know that we're going to be. I will contribute some to him so that
Okay.
it will be a joint presentation between George and me.
Okay, great. I have you listed in both time slots.
Yes, correct.
So,
Okay,
yep,
good.
I have them both.
I will sync up with George then and next week so that we get ready for the week after.
Okay, great. Thank you for doing that.
All right. No, sure, no problem. Thank you.
Thanks, Rob.
Okay.
And
Thanks,
I
all.
know you probably got a million other things to do if you prefer to drop off.
Okay, thank you so much. Let me know if anybody else has any questions or if you need anything, please let me know.
Sounds good. I'm sure we will.
Okay. Bye for now. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, we're not exactly shy people, so we're pretty good. Can everyone see my spreadsheet?
We do.
Excellent, thank you. Okay, Shahab, since you're here, I wanted to check with you about the abstract submission. The abstract is just 2 paragraphs, so it's relatively painless, is what I'd like to call it. But maybe by the time we get to September, we can get some traction, because I know it's been a while since we've really focused on the optical.
Okay.
Do you think we have any? Well, first, do you have the bandwidth? I know you're in a new role, new place now.
Yeah,
And
hopefully, new role gives me a little bit more time.
Excellent. Yeah. No, I am very grateful to AMD if that gives you more time. The other question, Shahab, is really the collaborators that you need, right? This is not a one-man army. And I know you've put out the call for collaboration even at last Global Summit. How would you like to proceed with this? The call that we have on Wednesday at 9, is that really a good time for you to participate? Because that call, primarily so far, we've talked about bow memory, which Kevin's been rolling off on really beautifully, and then the IoT portion, the flexi bow, which Cash has done a great job, but he's going to take a bit of a backseat. So trying to figure out how to get that forward. But the nice news about the flexi is that there's interest from more than one company on actually using it in a real use case, right? As opposed to a whole lot of talk. So that gives some push. So how would you like to proceed with the
Starting
optical?
next week, since it's a summertime, I will be free on 9 a.m.
Okay.
And then I can join at least till end of the summer, and
Okay.
after that we can talk about it.
Okay, and then we can figure out, I think, after that, right?
Sure.
If we need collaborations, we can start bugging people and
Okay.
pulling folks in.
I will reach out again this week to IR and Intel to see if they want to be participate on that one.
Oh yeah, no, that'll be great. And there's so many more players in the market now.
Of course.
Light counting and a whole bunch of other guys. Okay, no, that's great, Shahab. So the one deadline we do have is by Monday midnight to submit an abstract for the optical.
Okay, I will send that again over weekend. Then I need to send 2 abstracts.
You can actually have the same abstract, Shahab.
Okay.
Let me simplify your life.
Okay, that would be great. Thank you.
Yeah. This is what I suggest for a lot of people. If you're submitting for both, it doesn't have to be overly different. I understand that the AI one is forward-looking, but to be honest, optical is forward-looking, right? It's not like we're here today, tomorrow. It's going to take some time, but we're going to get there eventually. So I think if that helps you, Shahab, let's
Yeah,
just
it
do
definitely
that.
does. Thank you.
Okay, great. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about was the D2D metrics. I think that once you have this workshop, which I believe we're still targeting um, the day after ChipCon,
Mhm.
at Quinn is on the call too, so maybe it's a good time to figure out if that's a possibility still, because it's pretty much around the corner.
Yes, I'm happy to host that.
Thank you, Quinn. Really, really appreciate it. Shahab, do you think that time
Yeah, I
makes
think
sense?
we can because we do have all the basically the website and everything from last time. Certainly we can set it up again and starting basically sending email to the 2 years ago's attendees and ask them for participant.
Yeah.
Are we gonna meet this not this Tuesday, next Tuesday, correct, Kevin?
All right, sorry, I'm on mute. It should be next Tuesday.
Then maybe we can exchange you, Kevin, and myself. We can and Anu, we can exchange a couple of emails to expedite it a little bit to not wait
Yeah.
for the next Tuesday, basically.
Yeah, it's every other week, so
Yeah.
Tuesday the 17th is our next meeting.
Yeah, which is the coming Tuesday, Shahab.
Coming Tuesday, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a coming Tuesday?
Yes.
Then we do have time. Okay. Then we will sort it out on Tuesday.
Yeah, on
Okay.
17th.
And it would be good if this coming week I will need to just lock down the time so I can work with our facilities to make sure everyone's good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Kim.
Understood. And so, Shahab, do you want to? I don't know if you want to submit an abstract for that based on what we get out of that meeting, or sort of.
It's up to you if you want to have something on D2D, and Kevin, correct me, you are one of the basically main co-author on that as well. I believe we presented last time, but you guys, if you think it still needs advertisement, we can submit abstract. It's not gonna hurt just writing a couple of paragraph, but it's up to you and Kevin and others who are on the call that if they want to see the same material, most probably.
Yeah, so here's my take on it. It's best to just submit an abstract and then we refine the program based on how many abstracts and how much time they give us.
Okay.
So I think it's good to just submit something, and then between Jawad, myself, Cliff, and the others, the OCP, we may have some bandwidth to say, we only got half a day, we can only do so many,
Okay.
or we've got a whole day, and then we've got a little
Makes
bit more.
sense. Then that's the basically second abstract I need to see.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, this is what happens when you call into this meeting, Shahab. We
Yeah, I
assign you all
know.
the action items. Sorry about that. Okay, thank you, Shahab. I think. Mhm.
Anu, this is Kevin. I need
Yes.
to drop for another meeting, but did you see my abstract that I submitted for?
Yes.
I see
Yes.
next year it doesn't show one, but I sent it on Tuesday, so I think the bow memory is set.
Yes, I think you're all set, Kevin. You've
Awesome.
got yours. Yeah. So
I
thank
got
you. Appreciate it.
Sure, I got to jump to another meeting, so I'll see y'all soon.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. So now, okay, so we've taken care of that. Thank you, Shahab. If you need to drop,
That's great.
feel free
Thanks.
to. We've taken care of the bow part of things.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. I'm dropping it.
Thanks, Shahab. Let's go back to the chiplet system, and I think between Raghu and this system chiplet guys, there was some discussion. So Raghu, feel free to use this time to sort out how you guys want to do the submissions, or how we want to partition the
Yeah.
work you all are doing.
I think on email, if you want to have a longer conversation now, we can have it. But on email between Durgesh, Rob Pelt, and myself, we believe there is enough. Both our submissions are complementary. So we'll just take it and just submit it and sort it out. I mean, if you want, we can keep discussing it now, but I don't know how much detail you want to go into right now.
Raghu, the question is, shall we just start with say this is the overall, that this is the systems and this is the framework and this is how they work together? Shall we start with something like that so that audiences are clear on how we are collaborating and how this all comes into together?
Yeah, absolutely. We should do that. Yeah. So yeah, Durgesh, I think definitely we should do that. The only question is, do we need to sort it out today or by Monday, or should we do it as we are preparing for the actual summit, like the global summit?
Definitely towards the global summit. But
Yeah.
we can add a line right now just to even when I don't know who will be looking at all the abstracts, but just for clarity. So I'm with you, Raghu, but we can just add a line.
Okay.
Good dog.
Yeah, no, I definitely add in my abstract, I can add a line
Yeah.
saying that this will be complementary to the, I think Rob is calling it, correct me if I'm wrong, chiplet profiling, correct, Rob?
Yeah, I'm open to different names. I think that's what we came up with. Seemed the best, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just say, hey, we'll be complimentary. So I think Anu will be definitely on the, I think review committee, Anu. So I'm just expecting you to be there. But so I think we at least, and Anu has been in this throughout. So I think Anu and her, I think Jawad and whoever else, I think will get a sense that this will be all kind of complementary and all work together. So in fact, after we submit, so we have a placeholder by Monday, and then over the next few weeks, we should just keep kind of just synchronizing so that we stay complementary and synergistic.
Sounds good.
Okay, so just a quick announcement now that we are on the topic. I have invited in a synopsis on June 27th. It so happened we have been trying this for the last many months, and eventually Synopsys came and said they will be available to come on June 27th. It will be just a platform architect information presentation. So no decisions or no discussions related to all of this, what we're discussing now. Just want to get a pure sense of what platform architect can do. And so it's a kind of 50-minute session on June 27th during the business work stream. So Rob and Durgesh, I will send you via email next week. And if you guys choose to join, the call will be like after this call, but 2 weeks from now. Feel free to join so that we all get informed as to what the industry and commercial available virtual prototyping tools based on System C is. So that's.
Can you add Itai also?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I will add. And then I said,
Yes,
all three of
thanks.
you plus anyone else on the systems workstream wants to listen in. I said it's only an information overview call. So you guys are welcome to join and we can all kind of build our knowledge base on that.
Yeah, thank you.
Great. Thanks, Raghu, and thanks to the system workstream. I think we're all set with those abstracts. Raghu, the HPC, the modularity group, is that also, you guys have a submission through that too, right?
Yeah, so I think you saw George's email, right? So there will be two.
Okay.
So one will be kind of the HPC AI modularity workstream work to date. So I think George wants to be presenting it as two co-leads. So George and Patricia will present that.
Sure.
So that will be part of the OCE track on the Global Summit Day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So initially it was going to be
the
George
other
and
one is
me.
FTS?
Sorry?
Yeah, is the other one FTS with the
The other one is
that one's
yeah. Second one is FTS,
okay.
and that will be so it'll be George and me and Patricia again. Slightly
Okay.
more forward-looking on the profiling and roofline analysis and what the next gen systems will look like.
Sounds good. That one's a little more onerous because the format's an IEEE format, so a little bit more material than an
No,
abstract for this
that
one.
is true, but George George knocked it off in a.
No, George, those
it-
guys write papers all the time. It's easy
Yeah.
for them. Yeah,
So
yeah.
overnight he knocked it off. So he gave
Yeah,
me
yeah,
a
no,
nice
they're
template.
all publication machines. Got it.
Hey,
Yeah.
so I have like inserted my paragraph into his. So that is, I think, it's almost ready. Hopefully, George will take a look at it today, and maybe by Monday, hopefully, it should be ready. But if you want, you can
Sounds
just
good.
ping him and remind him. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's
no,
that's
sounds good.
that's
That way
on his side.
I can let Cliff know that we're also submitting to the FTS. So
Correct.
excellent. Thank you. So we've taken care of all of these. David is not here. I think he's still on vacation in Europe. So I need to probably, unfortunately, wake him up on his vacation and ask him if he's going to submit anything. Jeff, you are already going to submit. You just mentioned it previously.
Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate it greatly. And then I think Helia is going to do the 2.0. We've got Shahab done. I wanted to talk about the test a little bit. That's the last topic today. So Rajesh is here. If anyone else wants to drop off, I fully understand people are busy. But the test work stream, Rajesh, do you have any ideas? You saw my response to Mike Bartley about the white paper. There are some topics which I think are really useful for you all to cover. Nitsa and Wade from Teradyne sent me a mail saying, do I want them to submit an abstract just as Teradyne or through the test? And I really don't care if it's relevant, because test is becoming important. It is costly. People are trying to figure out stuff. If we can, in that direction, get some information out, I think would be great. So Rajesh, I'm hoping that you and I can still have a discussion maybe later today. I don't know if you're on another call at the same time as this one. You've mentioned that before and you can't talk, but do reach out to me and let's see if we can get something, because you guys have been working at it all year. I would really like to showcase what we have and forward thinking, including testing for CPO. The optics piece becoming more and more relevant. I think towards 2027, it would be a reality. So we need to get at least some process and methodologies, if possible, in place. Hope that makes sense, Rajesh.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, great. Thank you. Thank you. Do you want to talk later today evening if you have time?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I have your cell number. I'll just text you and then whatever works for you. I'm free after 4 o'clock today, Pacific time. And so if any time works for you after that, I would appreciate getting on the phone.
Yeah, sounds good.
Thank you so much. I think I'm pretty much done with the agenda for today. Thank you all for being so proactive and helping me through this. On a side note, Jawad had to have some surgery, but he is doing well and recovering. He's going to take a couple of weeks off. So I think maybe in 2 weeks' time, I'm trying my best not to bother him with any of this. And so in 2 weeks' time, I think Jawad will be back with us. So that'll be really exciting. But he's doing great, and I'm happy to have him back whenever he can. Any questions for me? Okay. Any other presenters? I know, Raghu, I think you sent me a note about a presenter. I got to go back and look at it. But anyone else have any dynamic speaker? I just randomly put names of
Oh, yeah,
companies
right.
here.
Yeah. This is external invited speakers, correct?
Yeah.
External invited speakers, I was thinking that some of the advanced packaging folks, I
Yeah,
forgot what the
list
list
like Bill
was.
Chen, right? Yeah.
Sorry?
Bill Chen from ASC.
Bill Chen is definitely, yeah, we should see if he can present, but also it's like I found a couple of great names from, I think, Intel. So, and I've got a
Okay.
couple of more names. I mean, if you want, I don't know if you want to, we can go through the names now, or I can do it at the next call that we have.
Yeah. Let's do it at the 9 a.m. call.
Yeah.
Also, thinking, I asked my contact at ARM, and he said there's going to be a number of submissions, and I know ARM usually has 4 or 5 submissions, but I'm assuming. AMD, Rob, if there's any AMD speaker who we can use to get a bigger audience. A lot of times, these invited speakers are the ones who get us a lot of folks because everyone wants to listen to what they want to say. This is not something that has to be done by Monday, but if you have names of folks who are willing to talk, I would really appreciate it. I reached out to NVIDIA and of course I asked about NVLink Fusion and I did not get a response, which I'm not surprised, but hey, I tried.
I mean, do we want to concentrate on anything so I can sort of narrow down the list, or?
I mean, I think leave it open to what they would want to talk about, but really focused on where we think this is going to become. I think honestly, an open chiplet marketplace and how they think it's going to become a reality might be interesting.
Okay.
Not focusing just on vertical integrations, but something different. Because everyone makes these prophecies about in a few years there won't be any chips; there'll only be chiplets. But so many pieces have to come together to make that work. So just wondering if people have a perspective on it now.
Okay, yeah, let me think about it and reach out to a few folks.
Sounds good. And anyone else has ideas, feel free to message me and I'm happy to bug people. I'm getting pretty good at it actually, as you all might have noticed. It's a skill. All right. Well, thank you all. Appreciate everyone showing up and thank you all for the abstracts you all have submitted.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.